Hey everyone, this is MochAwesome once again from learn-animation.com. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about how to generate HTML report with Cypress. Okay, so now if you have worked on Cypress, then you must be familiar that whenever you run a test using Cypress, right, it generates one spec reporter. Now before we move ahead, I want to show you what exactly the current state before the HTML report and how you can generate the HTML report with Cypress. So if you can see, I have a couple of test scripts here and I have around 5 scripts here. So let me run one of this and let me show you what kind of results you will be getting. Okay, so I'm using one Cypress run command. So in my previous videos, I have discussed, right, the moment you run Cypress test from your terminal, you will be getting some output on the console. So right now I'm just running one login.spec.js file and I'm not using any specific browser. So by default, it will take Electron and it will run my Cypress test. As you can see, Cypress starting, it's right now 9.3.1. It's using default Electron browser. Since we have not given any hyphen headed, so it's running in headless mode, and it's going to run my login.spec.js file, which is having, I guess, 2 test cases, and it will run 1 or 2. We'll see that part. Okay, so I guess it has only one test case. So as you can see, total test 1, passing 1-0. And you can see right now everything on the console, right? So when you don't give any extra reporter, it will simply give you on the console. Okay, this is the current status right now before implementing this reporter part in Cypress. Okay, so now let's see how to generate HTML reports. So let me go back to Cypress official documentation. So right now we are at this stage. So if you come back to tooling section and if you click on the reporters. Okay, so as you can see now, it says because Cypress is built on top of Mocha, that means any reporter which is built in with Mocha you can use with Cypress. Okay, and they have given a list of built-in Mocha reporters that you can use. So if I open this link, you will see different reporters which Mocha supports. So if you see this part, by default Cypress uses spec reporter, which will give the output information as a standard output, which is nothing but this which you can see on the console, right? And if you're interested in the different reporter which Mocha provides, so you can see this is spec reporter. As you can see on the screen, it is exactly what we're getting right now. But Mocha also support different reporters like dot matrix. As you can see, dot, right? We have Enyan, we have tap, we have landing strip. So there are a couple of Mocha reporters available. So we are not going to use all of them. Okay, I'm going to use one additional plugin, which is MochAwesome report, and that will generate a beautiful HTML report with charts and the screenshot as well if any failure. So for this, if you can simply go to a plugin section and you can use that plugin, which is Cypress MochAwesome. Now if you're interested, please check out if you want to generate custom reporter, how you can do that. But right now we are going to use a very easy plugin. So as you can see, they have different plugins category. As I mentioned in the previous videos, we have preprocessor, we have development tools. I'm going to come down and check for the report section. Okay, so this authentication, component, visual testing, and here you can see, right, reporting. For reporting as well, you can see there are multiple plugins available. I'm going to use this one, which is Cypress MochAwesome reporter. Okay, so the moment you click on this, it will simply redirect you to a GitHub page where they have given clear instructions and example report as well. So this is how the report will look like after using this plugin. So if you want to see the example report, we'll quickly see, because anyways we will be generating our own report as well. But let's have a quick look about how exactly our report will look like. Okay, so as you can see, this is how your report will look like. As you can see, test 2, test 3, test 4, test 1, and if there's some failures, it will show you like this. Okay, so let's take example. So if I want to see why this test has been failed, so you can see there's a message that what exactly happened with the test, and if you click on it, it will show you the exact assertion error, and you can see the screenshot as well. Okay, so for example, if I again want to see why this test has been failed, I can click on it and I will get this screenshot. So you don't have to write the custom code for this. This is by default, and you can easily identify what went wrong. Okay, on the right hand side, you can see the total time it has taken, okay, and number of pass, fail, and steps details. Apart from this, if you click on this, you can actually filter it out that I want only the pass test cases, only the fail. So if I just unselect this part, that I don't want the pass test cases, I want only the fail and the skipped one, you can see this part. but if you want all the reports or all the tests with pass fail pending, even with skip category, you can do that from here, right? You can also see the title. You can change the title as well, which I'm going to show you. So this is the example report, and they have also given the compatibility. So anyways, in order to use this, we need Node version 14 and above. Okay, so I'm going to use version 3 for this. This is the minimum requirement. So I will quickly check my Node version so that we will have a clear understanding. So let me open a command prompt and let me just check Node version. I will say node space -v, and I'm having 14.18.0, which is satisfying this condition. So now I can start using it. So the first step is we need to install Cypress MochAwesome reporter. So as you can see, we have to use npm i --save dev and Cypress MochAwesome reporter. So copy this. Now let's install this. So I will go back to my VS Code. You can directly do from the command prompt as well. So right now I'm already on this project, which is Cypress Test Automation, which we're using, and I will simply paste this and let's hit enter. It will take few seconds, depends on your internet connection, and this plugin will be installed. So you will be able to see that in our package.json file. Okay, so as you can see now, Cypress reporter is installed, and you can see the version is 3.0.0. and if you want to cross verify, just go to package.json file and you will be able to see a reporter as well. So you can see we have MochAwesome 3.0.0. Perfect. So step 1 is done. Now we can continue with the next step. Second thing is you need to change Cypress reporter. So for this, if you just open cypress.json file, so this is the reporter that we need to add. Okay, so now I will go back and let me open my cypress.json file. So in the previous sessions, we have just did a small modification of our cypress.json file, right? Now I just need to add this reporter. So I will just copy this part and I will paste here. Okay, so now let's save this file and now let's go back. So first part is done, second part is also done. We have added this reporter in our cypress.json file. Or if you don't want to do this from cypress.json while running from command line, you can just add one additional flag called ---- reporter, and you can add Cypress MochAwesome reporter from CMD as well. So the third step is you need to add this particular statement in index.js file. Okay, so we have two index.js file, guys. Okay, one in the support folder, one in the plugins folder. So let's add one by one. I will copy this import statement and let's go to support folder. There we will find index.js file. So come back to your project and you can see we have the support folder, right? In the support file folder, you have index.js file. The moment you open this, right now there's one import statement and one require. So this, guys, we have done for one of the previous plugin as well, where we have used Cypress XPath. Now we are using this Mocha reporter, right? So just copy this and add one more additional import statement and save this file. Fourth step, okay, now you have to open index.js file, which is available inside plugins folder. So again, go back, you will find a plugins folder. Here also you'll find index.js file, and right now you can see we also have something called module.export, right? So you can copy this, or you can simply copy this part and it's already there, right? So you just say require here as well. So just notice module.export on config, and we are using Cypress MochAwesome reporter. That's all you need to do, and you need to save this file, and now you can start running. And if you come down further, you will also see a custom options. Okay, so what this custom option says, that in case if you want to customize your report, let's say you want to change the directory, you want to change the title, you can do that as well. So we'll see this part as well now, but first let's run with these settings and let's see how the report will look like. So I will close everything. I will go back to the command prompt again and let me run the same test again. Okay, so this time you can see remove output folder. It says in the Cypress reports folder, it's removing the old reports. Okay, so as you can see, it executed. Now you will see this is MochAwesome report, right? It says JSON saved to this particular file, which is mochaawesome.json file, And notice here we have one new folder called reports, and again you can see a couple of other things like create HTML report, HTML report successfully created, and we are done. So now let's go back and you will see report folder, right? And again if you open this index.html file, so let me open this. First reveal in file explorer. So this is the location where our project is saved. If I open index.html file, you will see orange HRM test suite first of all. So let's try to understand one by one. What we did right now, I executed this login.spec.js file, right? So right now the test suite name is orange HRM test suite. So this is our test suite name, which is orange HRM test suite. Inside this we have only one test, which is login. So if you see our report, it has only one login, and if I open, it is showing me all the commands that is available inside this login.spec.js file. It shows total 12 seconds, okay, and one test pass, and nothing much because we just executed one. Now let me execute one more script, or maybe I will execute all of them, and let's see how the report will look like. Now just to show you the screenshot feature, what I will do, I will purposefully fail this script so that you will see the test failure in the report, plus it will show you the screenshots as well. And I will just make some changes in the locator, so obviously it will fail because there's no ID called btn login1. I made one small change, later on we can remove. Just to show you, I am just doing this. For running all the tests, what I will do, I can simply say Cypress, or maybe I can just take the previous command. Instead of giving a specific spec file, I can simply say npx cypress run. So when I don't specify any spec file or any expressions, it will detect all the spec files and it will run all of them. Okay, and this time I will change the browser to Chrome. So I will say -- browser, and I will say Chrome and hit enter. It will pick all the spec file, run on the Chrome browser, and you will see the report again. So it will take some time, so I will pause the recording and we will be back once all the tests will be done. Okay, as you can see, the 6 spec file found, so it is running all of them. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, it has executed all the spec files. So totally it executed 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So 6 spec file found, and because we made a one change, right, in the login.spec.js file, so it failed. So total 17% failed. So these are the results. Only this particular first cypress.spec.js file found 3 test cases, all 3 passed. And if you see individually one by one, it started executing sample.spec.js. Before that, it executed registration.spec.js file, and it executed all of them, right? Now if I go back, okay, same, it is inside my Cypress folder in the reports. You will find HTML reports, and if you open index.html file, this time you will see all of them. So here total 6, right? And these are the number of test cases, 6 test suites. And if you just want them, this is how they will look like. So only this particular test suite has been failed. So if I click here, you can see the login failed because it was trying to find btn login1 but never found perfect. And if I open this, I can see the assertion error, I can see the steps, plus I can see the screenshot as well. So very easy and very easy to execute all of them. You can see this one, Cypress test automation. So how it is picking, this is about the folder name, right? This is the complete project that we have, Cypress test automation. So it is picking that part, and this is spec files that we are given. So don't worry about this orange HRM test field because this is the same thing I have used for the different spec files. So that's the reason you're able to see this. But in your case, the moment you write a meaningful test suite name, it will show you here. You can expand them one by one and see. For this test suite, we have 3. And for all of the remaining one, we have only one test. Okay, so now if you go back to the Cypress folder again, if I open reports HTML, you will find one section called screenshot. So basically whatever test scripts will fail, right, for that particular spec file, for that particular test case, it is capturing the screenshots, and all the screenshot getting stored in this. So if you open the screenshot, okay, you will find this is the spec file which has been failed, right? Inside this you will find the screenshot, which is Orange HRM suite, which actually got failed. So yeah, I hope you got the clear idea how to generate the report. So let me quickly show you again what exactly we did, so that you should have a clear picture in the mind. Let me start with this. Initially we did npm save dependency, and this was the reporter. We executed this from command prompt. So you can either do it from the terminal or do it from command prompt. Then you just cross check whether it has been added under their dependencies or not. So this is the reporter, version is 3.0.0. Then we added this reporter, which is Cypress MochAwesome reporter, in our cypress.json file. So when you don't use any reporter, as we have seen, it use spec reporter, but what we said, we want to use MochAwesome reporter. Third thing what we did, we just changed index.js file, which is available inside support package. We added this import statement just after command. Then we added again this one additional line inside index.js file, which is available inside plugins. So again, if you open a plugins, yeah, index.js file, we just added this required. If you don't want to get confused, you can copy complete one and you can replace this 3 statements. After that, you can execute your test and you will find all the reports under report section. Okay, so now let's do a quick custom options as well. So let's say if you want to customize something, you can add these additional flags. Okay, so right now we did this reporter, Cypress MochAwesome reporter, right? So these are the additional options we can add. So I will go back, and again if I open cypress.json file, okay, you can add all of this here. So just after this, add reporter option, and just make sure you add comma here. So what we are saying that this is the report directory, by default it is going to report, but in case if you want to change some of the directory, you can do that. As of now I'm not changing, so by default it goes to reports folder. Charts is true. So now let's say you want to change it to some meaningful name. So let's say I want to change to automation report. Okay, so depends on your requirement, you can change this title. Maybe if you are working for a specific client or a specific project, you can change that. I'm using as of now automation report, and now whatever reports I will be getting, it will go under report folder, charts equal to true, and the report name will be this. So just to demonstrate this, I will not execute all of them because again it will take a lot of time. So what I will do, I will just execute only this login.spec.js file, which will serve our purpose. So let's run this. Okay, perfect, it executed. This time it executed only one, and here the login.spec, and this is the path. If you don't want to go from here, you can directly go and open directly here. Just notice here the title has been changed to automation report, and rest everything is same. So this time, as you can see, the chart as well, right? Previously it was not showing the chart, but this time we have the chart as well. So when you say chart equal to false, it will not show you the chart, but when you say chart equal to true, it will show you something like this. Yeah, rest everything is same. You can customize, you can play with it. So before I end this video, I quickly want to highlight a couple of more things from the reporter part. So right now, if you must have noticed that right now it is generating basically 2 folders, right? One is reports and one is report. So now if you go back to our JSON file, when we mentioned Cypress report, right? So what it did, actually it created a separate folder for us. By default, your reports will be inside reporters, but when you customize the path, you will find the same folder here. In our case, report is available, so don't get confused with this report versus this report. Since we have given report, now all the reports will be stored here. Fine. Now what I want to highlight here, if you don't want, you can delete this. Okay, now if you have noticed in the previous videos that whenever I am running my new test, the previous reports are getting overridden, right? It is overriding the previous report. But what if I want the reports, previous reports as well, so that in case if I want to compare, or if I want the previous, some logs, I can do that. So how you can fix that issue, or it's not an issue, it's actually a separate flag. So the moment you disable that flag, you will get your previous reports as well. So for that, I want to show you this. So in the same page, if you come under custom options, you will see this MochAwesome report generator flags, right? Open this link in a new tab. Okay, so now these are the CLI flags available. So right now the flags that we have used is report directory, charts, and the report page title, right? But you can see a couple of other flags. So this is the one that we have used. We have also used this charts equal to true. So by default, these are the default values. For charts, by default it's set to false, but what we did, we actually changed to true, so we are getting charts. Now if you notice in the previous reports, if I open the previous reports, okay, let me open this index.html file. You can see this charts, right? The moment I click here, I can see the code. What if I don't want to show this code? Because this is the default feature which Cypress provide, but if you don't want the code in the report, you can disable this as well. So how you can do that? You can see we have one option, right? Code. So type is boolean, default is true, and display the test code. If you don't want to display the test code, you can set it to false. That we are going to do now. Right now what I did, actually I opened this report manually, right? But if you want that once your test is done, you want to automatically open the report. In that case, you can pass one additional flag called auto open. By default it's set to false, but if you make it true, it will not actually it will open once your test is done. And this is the most important part, override. So by default it's set to true. It means it will override your existing reports, but if you don't want to override, you can set it to false. And for example, I have one the sample report. Okay, so in case if you don't want to override and you want this kind of report where you want the report based on date, time, stamp, you can do that. Okay, in that case, if you just come down, okay, just a second, report, yeah, can you see this option, reporter file name? So you can actually set here a specific file name, that in which format you want. If you click on this note, can you see this? You can give this report file name in this format, that first you want the status, then you want the date, time, and then you want the name, and finally -report. So it will generate the file something like this. Okay, pass, which is nothing but the status, then date, time, which is actually this, then name of your test suite, which is as of now sample, and then -report.html. So we are going to use this as well. And in case if you want to change the date, time, stamp, you can do that. So let me use this first, that I want report file name in this format. Okay, so I will just go here, add comma, then add your flags. So this will be in double quotes, so just keep this in double quotes, then colon. Now apart from that, I want to add couple of more flags. These flags I want like I don't want code first of all, so I will say code. So again go back here, double quotes, code, and this I want false. I don't want to show my test code. Then auto open, I want to open my reports automatically once they are done, so I will say double colon, sorry, in double quotes I will say auto open colon, auto open I will say true. By default it's set to false. Okay, and the most important part, I don't want to override, so I'm using these four: charts, yes, charts is given, code, auto open, and override. So I don't want to override, so I will say override equal to sorry, not equal to, it's colon false. That's all. Now rest of the things are same. Okay, now you can continue with your test execution as it is, and you will see all this. So let me run this and show you. So I will go back again, and let me run the same login.spec.js file, but in case if you're running the complete test suite, your reporting will remain the same. Okay, just to save some time, I'm running only one spec file. Hit enter, and let's wait for the result. So yeah, so it's executed, and yeah, as you can see, automatically it has generated the report. It has opened as well. Okay, I did not open manually, and rest everything is same. Charts is visible. The moment I click here, I can see the assertion error, but I'm not able to see the code. I'm having the screenshot, everything is updated, and if I show you the folder name, you can see this is the report. So the first one is status. Let's go and cross verify. First one is status, which is fail. then it is giving the date time. So date time is basically it's 11th of March 2022, and this is the timing. It's 4 p.m. okay, this is the IST format. And now you can see name is actually took the name which is login.spec.js file, right? So it has given login and then hyphen report. You can change it if you want. Yeah, so that's a very quick video on the reporting part. I will give you all the link in the description. I will also give you this cypress.json file in the description, or I will upload this on my blog and I will share the blog link. Please give it a try, and just remember, it's one-time configuration for your complete project. You don't need to do the setting every time. And if you have further more requirements, okay, so please go ahead, check the different flags which is available, and you can start implement. Again, if you don't want to pass them directly into your cypress.json file, you can as usual pass them while running your test in the CLI mode as well. Okay, yeah, so that's a quick video on reporting part. So in case this video helped you in any manner, then do support this channel, share with your friends, colleagues, those who are working on Cypress or planning to move to Cypress. Yeah, please subscribe this channel, and if you have any other question, let me know in the comment section, or you can directly mail me. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.